So let me discuss interfaces in Java. So in order to create an interface in Java, we should begin with a keyword called interface followed by the name of the interface. The name of the interface can be any identifier of your choice. But right now I have taken the name of the interface as I_A, right? So inside this interface, what we can do, we can only declare the methods, but we can't define any methods, right? So let me declare a method called void test_a1, right? So let me declare one more method, that is void test_a2, right? So what is the name of my interface? The name of the interface is I_A, and inside this interface what I have done, I have declared two methods, that is test_a1 and then test_a2. So once you define an interface, this interface can be implemented by any class, right? For example, let us assume I have a class called A, and this class called A wants to implement the interface called I_A, right? When a class is trying to implement an interface called I_A, in other words, when a class wants to implement any interface, it needs to implement all the methods which is present in the interface, right? So right now my class A is trying to implement an interface called I_A. So therefore my class A needs to implement all the methods which is present in the class in the interface called I_A, right? So how it can implement? So it needs to remove the semicolon, and then we need to open brace, we need to close the brace, and inside this we can write any code of your choice, right? So based on your requirement we can write the code. So similarly here also test_a2, we can write any code based on our requirement, right? So this is an example of how to define an interface and how to implement an interface. In other words, how a class can implement an interface. A class, in order to implement an interface, it needs to use a keyword called implements, right? Now let us assume that the class has not implemented one of the method which is present in the interface called I_A. In such a case, what's going to happen? The class will become an abstract class. Yes, in such a case, the class will become an abstract class. So what is an abstract class? An abstract class is an incomplete class. So why we say it's an incomplete class? Because my class A has failed to implement one of the method which is present in the interface called I_A. For example, my interface I_A is having 10 methods. If class A has failed to implement at least one method, then we're going to say that class as an abstract class. So anything that is an abstract class, we can't create an object. In other words, for abstract classes, we can't create an object. So for example, if I create an object of a class called A, it throws an error stating that class A is a abstract class for which we can't create an object, right? But for abstract class, we can create a reference variable, that is ref. So like that we can create a reference variable for abstract class, but we can't create an object of an abstract class, right? Yeah. So let me discuss the points. So syntactically, so interfaces are syntactically similar to classes, but they lack instance variable and their methods are declared without any body, right? That's what we see. So it says that interfaces are syntactically similar to classes. Is it true? For a class, we'll begin with a keyword called class. But right now with respect to interface, the class is replaced with the keyword called interface and followed by the name of the interface, right? But they lack instance variable, right? You see that my interface doesn't have any instance variable, but my classes will have instance variable. And it says that the methods inside the interface are declared without any body. Yes, you see that the methods inside the interface are declared, right? But they don't have any body. So that's what it is, an interface. Next. So once it is defined, any number of classes can implement an interface. So what it means, so right now the class has implement interface called I underscore a. So before that, let me remove this abstract, right, and let me try to implement. So a2. So what it says, once it is defined, any number of classes can implement an interface. Right now, class has implemented an interface called I underscore a. So let us assume there is one more class called class B. There is one more class called class B, right? Class B. And this class B also, what it can do, it can implement the same interface. It can implement the same interface. So since it is trying to implement the interface called I underscore a, what it needs to do? It needs to implement the methods which is present in interface called I underscore a. So what methods are available? So that is test underscore a1, test underscore a2. So these are two methods which we need to implement, right? You see that the same interface has been implemented by two different classes, right? Is it fine? Yeah. One class can implement any number of interfaces. So what it means, one class can implement any number of interfaces. So right now I have one interface called I underscore a. So let us assume that there is one more interface called I underscore b, which is having two methods, right? E1, B2, right? Now what the class is trying to do here, class is trying to implement only one interface I underscore a. But he says that a class can implement any number of interfaces. So right now my class A is trying to implement only one interface called I underscore a, but it can implement any number of interfaces. So right now my class A wants to implement these two interfaces, that is I underscore a and I underscore b. How I can achieve? Just I can write one more interface name by separating it with comma, that is I underscore a, I underscore b. You see that two interfaces name are separated with comma. Since my class A is trying to implement these two interfaces, it is mandatory that my class A needs to implement the methods which is present in interface called I underscore a, and it needs to implement the methods which is present in I underscore b. So let me write here, already I implemented the methods which is present in I underscore a. Now what I should do, I need to implement the methods which is present in I underscore b. Is it fine? Like this we can do, right? And one more thing, one more variation. So let us assume my class A wants to extend class called A, right? What my class B is trying to do? My class B is trying to extend the class called A. In other words, my class B is trying to inherit the class called A, right? So now my class B wants to implement an interface called I underscore a. How it can do? It can do by using the keyword called implements followed by the name of the interface, that is I underscore a. So this also can be done, right? When a class is trying to extend another class, during that time you want to implement interface, then you need to use a keyword called implements followed by I underscore a, right? So now let us see the syntax of this interface and the syntax for class implementing an interface. So this is the syntax of an interface, right? It begins with an access. Access refers to access specifier, right? But here you see that I have not used any access specifier. Generally they'll make it as access specifier as public. So when you make this as public, it means that this interface is visible, that is interface I underscore is visible in other packages also, means different packages, right? Now followed by the keyword called interface, then name, right? So now inside this interface we can declare only methods. That's what it says. And inside this interface they have declared a variable, and for this variable they have assigned a value. So these variables are not instance variable. These variables are final variables. What do you mean by final variables? Anything which is final cannot be modified. In other words, in C and C++, you can think as constants, right? In Java, anything you want to make it constant, we use a keyword called final, right? So in an interface, when you declare any variable and you assign a value, and that variable will become a final variable, right? For final variables, so once you declare a final variable, the value of the final variable cannot be changed, right? So inside the interface, we can declare methods and we can declare variables. The variables which you declare are not instance variable, they are final variables. Final variables are similar to constants, and the values of these final variables cannot be changed inside the program, right? Note, all variables are implicitly final and static. So the variables which you declare inside the interface are by default they are final and static, right? All the methods which you declared inside the interface by default they are public, means implicitly they are public. So that's what it says, right? So what it means, the methods void test underscore a1, void underscore test underscore a2 by default are implicitly they are public, right? Yeah. The next one is the general form of class that includes implements, right? So class, class name, extends, superclass. You see that they're kept in square bracket. Anything which is kept in square bracket is an optional. Then implements interface. So it can implement more than one interface. So in order to implement more than one interface, we need to separate with comma. So that's what this syntax says. Anything in square bracket is an optional. So that's what I've done here, right? You see that? Let me minimize. Yeah. You see that? Class, class name, right? Class name is A, followed by, oh, not here, sorry. So class name, that is class B, which is extends, what is extending? Superclass. What is superclass? A. Then implements, what is trying to implement? An interface call. What's the name of the interface? I underscore A. Suppose I want to implement one more interface, comma, you can write I underscore B, right? That's what the syntax says. So anything is square bracket is optional. So since it's optional, what you do, you see that here written class name, but this I have removed here, right? I removed here. You see that here I have not used extends, but I have used implements, then interface name I underscore A and comma I underscore B. All right. So when you write implements keyword, at least one interface needs to be implemented. I repeat, when you write implements keyword, at least one interface needs to be implemented. You see that that's why this interface they have not kept in square bracket, because at least one interface needs to be implemented. So for second interface name, they have kept in square brackets because it is optional, it is not mandatory. We can remove this, right? I hope you understood this. Thanks for watching. Thank you.